Stay tuned for a ZBM TV9 special report.
I'd love to tell you that I jumped onto a highway and I exited at an exit that said wedding planner, event planner. I'd love to tell you that.
The one thing that I want the young to realize, or people coming up, that it doesn't always take money, but it takes more of the attitude to get ahead.
I was in first year university, and some friends of mine said, oh, you'd make a really great waiter. So I went down, applied for a job. First one I saw, one of 50 applicants, and I was so thrilled to be hired that I said, I'll do anything that you need me to do, which of course meant starting in the dish pit.
Without a college degree, I didn't have a whole lot of other options, but I also like working with people, and this seemed the perfect fit for me.
Let's smile, let's smile, let's smile.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hospitality Week, Reviving the Golden Rule. I'm Tracey Neal.
And I'm Glenn Jones.
You know, there's been a lot of tourism news lately, some of it good and some of it pretty bad, but we want you to know that's not the focus of this particular show.
In fact, our goal tonight is twofold: to encourage young people to come back into the hospitality industry and also to discuss ways to make hospitality more sustainable.
Yeah, Glenn, here's why. This year alone, about 500,000 people are expected to visit Bermuda. And to sustain those numbers, yet alone increase them, there is a nationwide call going out. It's a call to action for a mind shift, a change of attitude. And as you're about to see, it all begins with the money trail. This American mom is packing with a purpose. She is Bermuda bound.
So I am looking at things to do in Bermuda. And since I'm taking my 5-year-old, I'm interested in like family stuff. One of the big reasons why I'm very happy to be going to Bermuda is take a look at this. Can you see that? 48 degrees. We're on the plane. Are you excited? Where are we going? Bermuda.
Terry Tolliver and her son Zachary are two of the 500,000 visitors expected to reach our shores this season, signaling a 7% increase in air arrivals and hope for our ailing economy.
Well, when that person comes to Bermuda, it's either by a cruise ship or an airplane. And when they get here, they take taxis around the island, so that's money for a taxi driver.
Economics lecturer Craig Simmons.
They eat out. That's money for restaurateurs. It's money for waiters, busboys, the people that have to deliver the food to the restaurants. When that vacationer decides to, I don't know, maybe go jet skiing, when the jet skis break down, the jet skis need mechanics. It goes on and on.
On and on, creating a money trail that pumps some 400 million foreign tourism dollars back into the community and affects about 13% of Bermuda's workforce. Wyman Lindsay has spent the past 10 years working as the restaurant manager at the Reefs Hotel.
And actually what sort of really got me sort of motivated into it, my dad was actually one of the restaurant managers at Apple Beach, going back about 30, 40 years now. So what sort of intrigued me was that when he used to come home in the evenings from work, I always see lots of change and sort of dollar bills on his dresser. So that sort of drew my attention to, the industry.
It drew him and kept him for over 2 decades. What a younger Wyman may have sensed but didn't know back then is that hospitality is a big money business, employing more people in Bermuda than international business. Sustaining hospitality as an industry means sustaining his livelihood. And he's not alone. 5,000 others at last count.
I think I was born to be in this industry, but I'd probably say, even when I was 16, I worked at like Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's hospitality. So I've been in hotels ever since, up to Marriott, when I went kicking and screaming out of the hotel because I was like, don't close, and decided, what am I going to do? I had to stay in the hospitality industry, and this job came about, and I said, I know nothing about dolphins, but I do know hospitality. And here I am.
Where she is general manager at Dolphin Quest at Dockyard.
Hospitality is everything from reservationist, obviously, to the person who checks you in, to photography. So it is hospitality on a grander scale.
So why is that important? Well, remember the money trail, which in this case began in Washington, D.C. Tourists bring with them foreign currency. Our economy needs that currency to survive. Once again, economics expert Craig Simmons.
Well, just about everything in Bermuda is imported. Basic fact here, I suppose, the Bermuda dollar is worthless unless, of course, you can exchange it for something else. And the something else is foreign currency. So we need to essentially export this product called hospitality.
We're aggressively trying to make sure that the visitors that we seek to draw to the island know about Bermuda. Going forward in the long term, the National Tourism Plan, which is a project that is being formalized by the Tourism Board, it's something that we will have to govern ourselves with regards to our tourism product in the next 5 to 10 years.
The tourism minister adding that right now they're aggressively targeting the UK, Canada, and the East Coast of the United States. Coming up a little bit later on, we're going to hear from young people who are doing their part to help revitalize hospitality, and their stories just might encourage you. Glenn?
Okay, Tracey, thanks. I can't wait till we get to that part, because young people is truly what tonight is all about. As we prepare to go to break, let's test your hospitality IQ. How much do you know about tourism history? Which St. George's attraction offers interactive history lessons and so much more? The answer to that question and the rest of Reviving the Golden Rule right after the break.
It was a journey. It was an adventure. There were career mistakes along the way. There were some jobs that I tried that, you know what, I really didn't like.
I dishwashed, I bussed tables, I hosted, I cocktail waitered. I finally had the opportunity to train as a waiter after about a year and a half. And then I waited tables all through university.
The path I took to where I got today was back in the days of the Fairmont Southampton. I started there, and I actually never thought of being an owner of my own business. I actually was aiming to be a general manager. I started off at the front desk. I stayed there for a year and a half, and then I got a promotion to a guest service manager. Meantime, I was staying in school. I was at Stonington Beach Hotel. I did the actual hotel school, the actual training course. I got a scholarship for 4 Ways In.
I never really thought that I was getting into hospitality consciously, but of course, most businesses eventually here lead to hospitality.
Every day in Bermuda, energy is wasted through appliances that are left on needlessly. Wasted energy consumes your money and uses fuel that doesn't have to be burned. But there's a simple solution. Even a child can do it. Switch things off when they're not in use. It's the green thing to do, and it'll help you save money. The best thing is, it only takes a flick of a switch.